What's up, everyone? This is another episode of Mrradillo's World. I am back with another Raiders World, um, and we are going to do my annual no research, um, no knowledge. I forgot what I was gonna say. NFL draft. We're gonna draft as the Raiders, and we're gonna draft purely off of vibes, gut feelings, and just how we like their names. You know what I mean? And that's okay. Like it's fun. I will say disclaimer. I do get to watch. Like I watch a lot of draft content, but that doesn't make me an expert. So these are like any thoughts that I have may be influenced by the opinions of others. I have not crunched the tape. I do not look at the prospects beyond just watching some college football and liking how some players play. But I'm going 7 rounds, okay? 7 rounds. So we're going to talk about pure vibes, pure name, and maybe some stats. So we're going to use a different draft simulator because PFF is pricey and this one's free, it seems like. So we'll see how it even goes. It may not even be accurate, but we're going to take the Raiders and we're going to do 7 rounds at normal speed. Maybe we go fast, so it's just like it pops it out. What do you guys think? Yeah, let's go fast. Let's go fast. Okay, so I am going to throw this up 1 second because the NFL draft is literally 2 weeks away. So I'm going to go ahead and do my annual no research mock. So here we go. Let's start this junk. Let us do it. Okay, here we go. We're going to enter this solo draft. We are first round draft pick. Oh, we got a trade. Okay, so Cleveland is offering us pick 6, pick 24, pick 39, pick 70, and then a first round 2027 round pick. Huh. This is actually a cool little simulator. So I'm on the clock. I'm obviously the GM here. I don't think this is enough. If they would have offered, but they're offering a 6, 24. That's 2 first round picks right there, and then a third first round pick in 2027. This is a king's ransom. It's hard not to take, like honestly, but I really do believe in Fernando Mendoza. Just watching him in the playoffs, watching just who he is, what his teammates are about, his whole pro day. I'm kind of convinced on him as a prospect, and I think he's going to be a franchise QB for years to come. So I'm going to reject that. Oh, we got to do well, no, they just want this pick. The Jets, see, they're not offering. No, if we rejected Cleveland's, we're not going to take yours. Pittsburgh, come on. We got pick 21, pick 53, the first and second. No, we're going to reject those. Can we just reject all these trades? Okay, a first, 2 firsts, basically. Yeah, the Cleveland was basically the holy grail there. We would have went to 6. Actually, that one was a really good trade, so it was hard not to necessarily take there. But we're gonna do it. We're gonna draft Fernando Mendoza, and before we get to our next pick, we're gonna go back and see kind of where the board draft is. Okay, this one's okay. Let's hide this for a second, and we'll go back to trades offer because we want to look at who was drafted. So we got Fernando Mendoza, Ruben Bain Jr., David Bailey. There's been a lot of talk of David Bailey being a little bit higher there, so we'll see. Arvo Reese falls to 4. Sonny Styles is going to be linebacker at Ohio State. I don't know why I said that he's going to be. New York Giants a 5th. Mekhi Lemon, Cleveland. Cleveland's doing Cleveland things. We could have had him at the 6th, you know what I mean? Mansur Delane, Carnell Tate, Ohio State wide receiver. Spencer Fanu for the Chiefs at 9. Jerry McCoy, cornerback. Caleb Downs, safety. Monroe Feeling. Jordan Tyson went to the Rams, notable. Francis Mayoga. I don't know how to say that name. Offensive tackle went to Detroit. Yeah, Olavea Vega, loan, sure. Jeremiah Love went to the Jets at 16. That's an odd pick by them because they still have their running back, right? That's a good question. Jets running quarterback depth chart. Yeah, they still have Breece Hall, unless they're planning on trading him. But anyways, all right, let's go back to our pick and see who's on the board. Peter Woods. So here in the second round, our goal is to either go defensive tackle, right? Or we can go ahead and go guard route. That's what we're looking. But let's look at how the draft is throwing out here. Consensus, Caden McDonald. And let's look up what his stuff is here. He's an Ohio State. He's a junior. He's PFSN number 18, DT rank number 1. So people I've been heard, and I don't know how accurate this is the DT like depth isn't great in this draft. There's not a lot of all-stars, but this kid is play strength. He has a motor. I do like motors. I'm a big Crosby fan, so okay, all right. We do need a defensive tackle, but let's see who else is here. So there's not really any. Okay, we have Emmanuel Pergon. Oh, let's go back to trades. I think here, so we got pick 51. Let's go to the next one. Is there only one? There's only one. And then we're getting a 2027 second. Oh, they want pick 219 too? No, we're gonna reject that. So yeah, we rejected that because we don't want to. Let's propose a trade. Actually, we're gonna. Do we just take Caden McDonald from the top here? We have Colton Hood, a cornerback, Blake Miller, offensive tackle. We do need another guard because we have Jackson Powers Johnson at the left guard. Who's the depth chart for the Raiders? I think that's not Caleb. I forgot his name. Raiders offensive line. Let's see who's slated. So we got Colton Miller, Tyler Linderbaum, Jackson Powers Johnson. Who else do we have? Dylan Parsons or Jordan Meredith. And we have DJ Glaze and Thayer Munford. I thought there was some depth there as well. Hold on. Pretty sure there was a recent draft pick that we had there at guard. Left guard. Let's go right guard. Jackson Powers Johnson, Jordan Meredith, Caleb Rogers. Yeah, we had a Caleb Rogers here. He's still on the board, on the team. So honestly, I think the offensive line is going to be a lot better than people give it credit for. But I mean, you can't go wrong with depth. Christian Miller is kind of who's kind of been mocked to us, but Caden McDonald, I don't know much about him. 326, 6'2", 1/8, hand size 9 3/4. Yeah, so it looks like he has poor arm length and poor hand size, but it looks like he can maul up the middle there. Projections. Looks like he's projected to go later in the first round. 84 to 100. I don't know. I'm spending a lot of time on this pick. I apologize, guys. This is like dead air here. Cassius Howell, Christian Miller. Let's see how he ranks. PFSN 34 traits here. Play strength, blue chip, power, explosiveness, elite. Testing comps, arm length 33 below average, hand size 10th. So this is kind of like let's see projections. He's projected to go kind of at the same round, 50 to 48. I kind of like him. But let's go Caden. Let's go Caden McDonald. We went D tackle because we think we can actually get a guard in the third round here. So we're pick 67. We got pick 71. Value offered. We're gonna reject that. So we could go to pick 91 here. See, but they want us to give like if they were offering pick 126. See, my issue is Emmanuel Prinigan is on the board still, and we do need guard. So I think I'm going to stick with the pick here, and we're going to slam an offensive guard here. I know we actually do have 54 traits, physicality, is looking good, like a good prospect, getting here in the 3rd round. Because I thought he'd go in the 2nd round. So he's ranked 24th. Ooh, that's not great. Projections. They're projecting him 75 to 100. So he's fallen about 23 spots. Didn't do great in October and December. Yeah, I think we go for him, but because we all have Caleb Banks. No, we're gonna do it. We're gonna go ahead and draft Emmanuel Pagan here. I think we have 3 3rd-round picks. Okay, so they want us to do 116 and pick 155. So that's an additional value offer, 34 value offered. I'm going to reject that. So far, we've taken our guy. So we have 3 4th rounders. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I thought we had 3 3rd rounders, but I guess I could be wrong. Anyways, so we're at pick 4 here. The 4th round. We do need a safety. We also do need a cornerback. We just drafted. We could also go wide receiver here. Jacoby Lane, Jake Slater, Brandon Thompson, Jonan Coleman. Those are running backs. Let's go wide receiver here. Dazon Stribling, Malik Benson. Again, we're going off of pure vibes here. So, Zachy Wheatley. So he's a safety from Penn State. Let's look at this guy. So let's look at where his projection is. Earliest 25, average 3rd round 91. Okay, so we're getting value here. We are getting value. But let's look at observation, almost a full inch taller coming. So he's taller. Testing and comps. Let's go overview. Testing comps. His height is 6'3". I do like he's a taller safety there. 203, 9.5, 73 percentile, 31. Vertical jump doesn't seem like he could jump, man. Nah, we're just playing this down here. Maybe he's better with pads on. He's explosive, agility, twitch, processing, elite. I like this guy. Ball skills. Well, that's why he's on defense. He just needs to bat it down. He doesn't need to catch it, right? He doesn't need to catch it. All right. I think he's the pick here. I'm feeling in my gut. Zachy Wheatley is gonna be who we take there. And we got another pick. No trade offers coming. That first trade offer was just really hard not to take. Jacoby Lane here, another USC guy. LT Overton Edge. He's kind of been on the board for a bit. 75. So the issue is we did draft a good amount. Cage Casey, Boise State. So on the board, Dazon. Wait, who did I draft last? No, I drafted a safety. So we kind of have hit our needs besides an offensive tackle. So right now we could take Dazon Stribling. Let's see what he is. Traits, instincts, elite, hands. Where's his knock? Doesn't have great route tree. He's 6'2". 6'2", good height, 207 pounds, hand size, projections, looking like a 1. The highest he could go is in the round 2, but mostly he's going in round 5. This is round 4. Looks like 139 is about where he'd go right now. So I'm drafting him a little early. Here at let's see if we can get we have no trade offers for this pick. Jude Browery, OC, center. Drew Shelton, Chris McAllen. Who was on the board when I just drafted? Joe Tyler, Genesis Smith, okay. Grace Halton, Parker Balesford, Devin Moore. Cornerback. We do need a cornerback. Let's see. Do we have any cornerbacks? Julian Neal, Arkansas, 119, 69 rank. Okay, he has great measurables. 40-yard dash, a little slower. Projections, he's kind of been going around the 95 mark. Users are very split on where to draft him. So, looks like analysts are going from 92 to 91 area. I like this kid. I like the vibes here in Julian Neal. Julian Neal from Arkansas, currently living. Hezekiah Massis. I like that name, Hezekiah. Let's look at his traits. Is it twitchy blue chip? Height, weight, hand size, a little smaller. Vertical jump. He does have the speed, it looks like. Broad jump. Projections. This one is polarizing. 132, 137. Low need. So that people have talked about low need for us for Hezekiah Massis. He's 6'1", 185. Do we want to? I feel like we want a bigger corner. I mean, he's not much bigger. From Julian Neal to Hezekiah Moses. Testing comp 6'1", 179. This other guy's bigger. I'm gonna draft Julian Neal. Okay. Ranking updates. Oh, whoops! I don't know what this is. Whoops. Excuse me, guys. All right, so we're at pick 134 here, and Hezekiah Massis. Do we want to double dip on the two guys we were thinking? They're both polarizing here, but so is Demings is still on the board here. Let's go all. Let's go consensus. Drew Shelton. We could take another offensive tackle just for some depth. Drew Shelton, 6'5". Jeez Louise, this guy's a beast. I want, what am I looking at? Initial explosive. I want power. He has power. Okay. Testing comps. Drew Shelton, 2026 draft. So Terry Pohl. Okay. His height is below average. For a tackle, you usually want someone like a mountain. Mixed opinions. 38 of 100 consistency pick here. Got great grades in each game. Oh wait, no. Sorry. This is him. We're gonna take Drew Shelton. We're gonna take Drew Shelton there. I think I want to add another running back. Throw another tight end in there for Mike. For what is his name? Michael Myers, right? No, it's not Myers. Hold on. Why am I just draw blanks here? Tight end. Michael Mayer. Excuse me. Brock Bowers. Ian Tom. I think we actually have a good tight end room here. Fullback, we got a fullback. Kirk Cousins. Obviously, we already do. I feel like we do need a running back here. Let's go offense. We need some depth. Roman Himby. Ooh, excuse me. 231. Let's go traits, vision, creative instincts, explosiveness, ability twitch. So, okay, so these are like average, above average. Blue chip is blue, so he's kind of an average running back. Testing comps, projections. Low need here. User rank 172. Usually goes 173. Where are we at right now? We're at 175. That's a little bit of value. What about Le'Veon Moss? Okay, so let's go traits here. Explosiveness. He's kind of also an average. Receiving ability sucks. He sucks at pass blocking. What was Roman Himbe? Let's go traits. Okay, actually, for the pass blocking alone, we're drafting Roman Himbe. Here we go. All right. Still Le'Veon Moss is still on the board. Let's go back to the consensus board. Josh Cameron of Baylor. Nick Barrett, tight end. Do we draft another defensive tackle just for the depth there, or do we take another wide receiver? I guess we could go guard as well. Well, actually, we have another offensive tackle. Linebacker, BYU, Jack Kelly. I just like that name of Jack Kelly. Let's see what his traits are. Physicality. He's a physical guy. 74.28 prospect grade. That's pretty legit. It looks like he's a tackling. He's a below average tackler. Coverage. Okay, he's not great in coverage. But let's go defense. Let's look at another linebacker because we did draft some teammates. But you can always get more linebackers. Lander Barton from Utah. Let's see what he is. Traits. Physicality. Bam. Pass rushing. 73-16. He's a low coverage, long speed tackling. Okay. Okay, we don't have Owen Henneke from Oklahoma. 239. He's 6'1", 227. Ooh, agility twitch, blue chip. Processing, blue chip. Okay, tackling, we're below average. Size score, below average. Play strength, weak. He has some weakness. Well, it's probably because he's smaller. So he's 6'1", 228 pounds. He could put some muscle on. Arm length, very small. So he probably get jammed at the line there. I like him though. I like Owen Henneke. That's who we're. Ooh, let's go Buffalo. Red Murdoch in Buffalo. He's a senior. So traits. Physicality. He is a blue chip. Processing. 8'5". Okay. Coverage. Size score. Long speed. I don't like that. Eric Gentry. Okay, I feel like we could still get some value here because we're at like 185. Let's go D tackle. See what we have. Nick Barnett here. Traits. Let's see. South Carolina. Physicality. Motor 903. Okay, that's almost ability twitch. He's more of a power guy. I like that. Nick Barnett. We almost didn't get you, bud. We almost went linebacker. I think linebacker here, though, is where we go. Because Owen Henneke is still on the board, 210. We're drafting him a little bit early, but I think he's the guy right here. Blue chip, yeah, I think so. Owen Henneke from Oklahoma. There we go. Bam! All right, we got 219. We're gonna go in consensus pick here. Andre Fuller from QB to cornerback for Toledo. Let's look at his traits. He's explosive. Looks like he's a blue chip and explosive. He's no gold here. Physicality above average. Let's see. Looks like he's looking good in his 6'1", okay hand size. Looks like his arm length is kind of below average. But we're drafting him as a cornerback. It's funny, 208. That's what where are we at right now? Are we at 208? We're at 219. All right. Hey, look at that. We're taking him. We're taking him in the 219. So we got him. Actually, we got some value on him. Oh, did you see that? Okay, let me score up here. Okay, so our overall draft grade is an A. So we got an A+ for the Fernando Mendoza. There we go. Caden McDonald, we got an A+. Emmanuel Pregnon in the 3rd round, we got an A+. We got a safety, Zachy Wheatley, an A-. Julian Neal, we kind of got a little 117. They gave us a C+ on that one. They did not like that pick. Drew Shelton, 134, we got an A. Roman Hemby, the running back from Indiana, we got a C on that one. Oh, I didn't realize he was from Indiana. Teammates. We got an A- for Nick Barnett from South Carolina at 185. And then we got Owen Henneke, the C-. That was our guy, though. I don't know what you guys are tripping. And then we got an Andre Fuller in A for 219 for a QB at Toledo. I'm digging this. Like I'm really digging this. So let's go full results here. So we got a king's ransom for that first round pick from the Cleveland Browns. And honestly, it was hard not to take it. But ultimately, because they offered us their first, and I think they offered us 2 firsts in this draft, then a third. Then I also think they offered us a first round draft pick next year. And it's Cleveland, so like that's not a bad thing. Dashboard here. Okay. This is, I don't know what that is. I think that's for like when you can pay. But this was my draft here. Super excited for the draft coming up here. I'm gonna throw myself in a big here. It's gonna be a good time. I'm looking forward to it. But this has been another episode of Raiders World. Thank you for watching. Again, I don't know what I'm talking about, so take it with a grain of salt. But I got an A. So GM, call me. You know what I mean? If someone can just like give me a job, you know what I mean? I'm down. I'll crunch tape. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna. Yeah, I will. In a heartbeat. All right, this has been another episode of Raiders World. Adios.
The autumn wind is a pirate, blustering in from sea. With a rollicking song he sweeps along.